before I even get into this, I want to give a shout out to Marvel for having the game plan and knowing what's up and just knowing what they want to do, what they want to accomplish, so they go after the right director. Now, I swear after Fruitvale Station, Marvel had their eye on Ryan Coogler. They're like, yeah, we need him. We need him. It's vital. He had the Creed project. It was probably on set the whole time. It was like, yep, as soon as this movie wraps, come with us. So the day that project wrapped, they went right in the office like, yo, you know what time it is. They put the golden briefcase on the table. It's like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
He saw that. He's like, let's do it. Because they know he makes magic. He has a perfect track record.
And this movie right here was magical. He put his foot. You ever put your foot in something like you're all
the way up to your damn stomach.
To your stomach. You waist deep in the movie now.
Yo,
oh my gosh.
To say he knocked it out of the park, that would be disrespect because he did something far beyond that because he made a Marvel movie that you can't really compare to another Marvel movie.
Because it was so gangster.
It had its own identity. It felt different, but still a part of the universe. And I knew he could do it because as a director, he kills it every single time. Every single time, to the point where any film he comes out with, I'm there day one because I know he's going to deliver.
And you just said it. He stayed within the guidelines of making it feel like a comic book movie, even though he made it his own. It was like New Jack City meets Marvel.
Then the crazy thing is, like, some people have said it, and I gotta echo this. It can stand alone by itself.
Yeah,
you don't have to see any other Marvel film. You can just watch this, and it's great.
Now let me ask you this. You may have just answered this question, but when you watch it, say the other Marvel characters never existed. Say the other movies never came out. You would enjoy this.
It would be fine.
It would be fine.
It's a good standalone movie. So even if you don't care about comic book movies, you can watch this and still enjoy how good it is. It's incredible, man. Like the way he killed it on this one, yo. And I knew he was gonna deliver. I already knew it.
Michael B. Jordan.
And then you got the cast. Michael B. Jordan killed it. Chadwick Boseman killed it. Forrest Whitaker killed it. Angela Bassett killed it. I'm like, yo, Michonne killed it. Just because I'm not gonna try to say her real name because I don't want to mess it up and then she come after me, drop kick my head off my shoulders. I don't want that problem.
You said Forrest Whitaker, right?
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker. And the dude that was in he was in
Get Out.
He was in Sicario. He was in Get Out. He was in Black Mirror. He like the OG dude. Like I forgot what his name is. I gotta find out. But he killed it. Everybody that was in this film just fucking killed it.
Claw was even very amusing.
Andy Serkis. It was number one. It was crazy seeing Andy Serkis and Martin Freeman in a scene together. You got Gollum and Bilbo in the same room just talking, just conversing. They don't like each other. If you feel that intensity, you kind of want to like an Easter egg, like them throwing some Lord of the Rings shit in there.
Oh, what's about to happen?
But we don't need that. Like it was just good. Like he killed it as a villain. Michael B. Jordan killed it as a villain. Now I swear this is the first time he's ever really played a villain. Seeing him and what's good about this is like he's a villain where you understand why he's so pissed the fuck off.
And it makes sense. It wasn't like, he's just an asshole.
He's not a random dude that's like, you know what, I want to rule the world today. I want to rule the world. I want to burn everything. Why? Just because. Let's do it. Let's kill everybody. No, he's not that kind of villain. Like I feel like they started that with Spider-Man: Homecoming. They gave you a villain where you understand why he's doing what he's doing, and you kind of sympathize. You wouldn't go down that same route, but you looking like, well, I can see why somebody would do that, and you know, I understand why he's snapping out that way.
Made him so gangster. It was like, dude, I get why you're mad, but you're taking it too far. This nigga was like,
it's like he lost everything, so in turn he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna make them feel the same way I feel.
Yeah, revenge.
The same exact way. I don't give a fuck, and I'm gonna show him that. And he didn't give a fuck. He gave no fucks. I'm like, god damn, that shit was crazy. He delivered on that. He definitely delivered. Like and Black Panther's sister. Like the way they showed her, because that's how she is. Like she's not a fighter. She's a genius. and you know what I mean, with the whole technology, like she got that on lock. Like she be creating the shit. She don't fight. She's not that type of person unless she has to. She doesn't do that. And like they made her so likable. Like they're dynamic. That relationship, you buy it from the moment they see each other.
The chemistry. When they were reading their scripts, they said, "Look, we need to make this shit believable."
Like that shit was fucking believable. Like I feel like they siblings in real life. Like I feel like, you know, if you meet them in real life, like, yeah, so how's your brother? Like, yo, that's not your brother. What the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? That shit like that, and just the chemistry even between Black Panther and his mother. Like it's just that. And then when you see King T'Chaka on screen for the first time, and you remember what happened in Civil War. Like, oh, that shit is crazy. Like, you seeing them together for the first time, him seeing him after he passed, and like that's just
talking to his dad, asking him, "How were you such a good king?" You know, I'm like, this is emotional as shit.
It's a crazy scene, and even the way the king talked, it's like yeah, that's some father shit. And what's wild about this is, like, in the beginning, they show, you know, a flashback from 1992. Well, first the movie start with Black Panther giving the monologue, you know, how Wakanda came to be, and the visuals during that were just crazy. The visuals for the whole opening sequence, I'm like, yo, that's beautiful. That's like some Lord of the Rings Westworld shit, like
Lion King.
The way they were doing it, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And then it cut to the flashback, and you get to see him as, you know, when he was the Black Panther, when he was, you know, younger, and that whole thing was a crazy twist. And then you understand why they showed that, because that called back to, you know, what happened at the in like towards the middle of the film. Like, oh, okay, that's who that was, and that's what happened.
That's why Michael B. Jordan is so gosh damn.
Yo, it's just, and the scene where he, you know, became king for a little bit, and his flashback, well, not flashback, when he was, you know, experiencing his, you know, whatever, seeing his father, that whole thing right there, that was like super emotional.
Yeah.
And that was a crazy, like, I'm all over the place, but yo, this movie was just fantastic. This movie was incredible, and even the music in this film, like, Black Panther has its own theme. You hear that in this, like, and that shit just feels like,
it's like it hits you. Like, it'll be in the middle of the movie. You'll go from a dramatic scene, emotional scene. Next thing you know, you have the most outrageous, crazy beat out of nowhere.
Yo, the music in this film was so good, and his theme is so fucking good. It's so good. And the way they handled, like, look, even during the fight, his first fight, you know, the proven joint, when they stripped him of his powers and like, all right, well, who want to challenge this nigga? Anybody? Then, you know what I mean? Triple OG coming like, yeah, that shit is mine. What's up? You know what I mean? Came in with the whole squad and everything. Like, yeah, I'm ready to fuck shit up. What's up? And then
started whooping his ass.
When he's fighting, the whole crowd just yelling his name. I'm like, to the beat. I'm like, yo, this shit is wild, yo. This shit is wild. That shit just got you hype. And the fighting in this film, what you banging on bongos? That's what they were doing.
That's how it was when they were cheering for
it. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like no, it wasn't like that. It was hype.
It wasn't that exactly, but yeah,
it was so fucking hype, and like, yo, the fighting was just so fucking good. The way they showed the effects was so fucking good. The shit that he was doing was so fucking good.
The car. Can we talk about that car scene?
Oh,
the car chase?
Man, now seeing that one scene that's in the trailer when he does that flip, like, first of all, when I saw that in the trailer, I'm like, yo, holy shit, this shit is incredible. But then understanding how that came to happen and why it happened, like, the system made the whole upgrade to the suit where it absorbed shit. So they were shooting at him the whole time. The suit was storing up that kinetic energy,
which caused it to.
I'm like, yo.
Oh, I love that shit.
And then he just released it, and then just had that shockwave, and then the fucking technology, like, Wakanda is the richest place on earth, and the technology is unlike anywhere else. You saw that shit, the way she was driving the car when she was in the lab and she wasn't even there. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. It's crazy.
It was like VR on steroids.
That's even better than Tony Stark. And that's accurate because he has technology way past what Tony can do. What's even possible. Like, the technology in Wakanda was just so incredible, man. Oh, my goodness.
The suits that his sister were making in her lab, the equipment she gave him.
And all their interactions were funny. Like, she was over there recording the shit, the first test with the suit, when he kicked the shit, and she's like, all right, kick it again. Delete that footage. Like, that shit was just funny. Like, they weren't trying too hard with the comedy. It wasn't beating you over the head with jokes. It's like, the comedy was you know, it was subtle, but when it was there, that shit was funny. That shit was funny. Like, and a lot of people had jokes, and it hit at the right time. Like, I don't think there's gonna be anybody that said there were too many jokes in this or was too funny. Like, cause they balanced it pretty well.
This movie was very well balanced.
It was some dark shit happening. Like, it was some serious, grimy shit. Like, when Michael B. Jordan came on the scene, like, the first time they showed him, it was some gangster shit in the fucking museum. He was schooling the chick on
her exhibits.
The joint that came from Wakanda. He was like, nah, that's not how it happened. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. She's from Wakanda. Said, what? You like, yeah, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna take it. She's like, no.
It's not for sale.
It's like,
it's not for.
It's like he was just gangster the whole time. It's like, yeah, shut the fuck up. You about to die because that's poison in your drink. Peace. She called security and they came like, wait, what's going on? And then he spun that shit around. It's like, yeah, something's wrong with it. Go get help. So they completely forgot about him. They trying to help her. Claude came in, was like, yeah, what's up, tag team? Boop, 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 boop. Then he went and fucked with the other dude. Was like, yeah, I'm gonna let you live. Just run. Don't tell anybody. Dude thought it was cool. He was like, all right. Boop. Got him. Like, they was just super gangster.
The Guardians of the Galaxy have that technology?
Not. Look, Wakanda is the most technology advanced place in the world. There's no, like.
What, the guns?
It surpasses everywhere, yo. It surpasses everywhere.
And I never knew you know what? The background story was amazing. You know, the fact that Wakanda wanted to stay away from the rest of the world. Not because they were selfish, but because they knew the rest of the world were used.
Yeah, it's like as soon as other people, I mean, that's some real shit. Like when people find out what others can do, they want it, and their whole
and they do wrong with it.
Their intentions are all fucked up. Even if they mean well, it's like eventually the shit get fucked up. So they wanted to stay away from that shit. It's like, if people knew what we can do, it'll be a wrap. That's why everyone thought that Wakanda is like one of the poorest places in the world, blah, blah, blah.
They wanted it to seem like that. And I don't blame them.
So, I mean, y'all understand, you know, but it was a few in there. It was like, yo, we can help people. We can do this, we can do that. And just like, you want to stay separate. Like, nah, because shit'll get fucked up. I don't want you to get fucked up. And, yo, man, look, all I'm going to say about this movie is it's one of those films that you watch and you don't want it to end.
Yeah.
When that shit started, I'm like, I really don't want this shit to be over. I don't want it to be over. Like, I wanted it to continue for like 5 hours. Like, I wanted more. But what they gave us was perfect. That shit was beautiful.
I'm in there sleepy as shit. I want more though. I want more, like.
Some people saying it's the best Marvel film, and I can see why they would say that.
Because it stands out.
I can see why they would say that, because I had such a good time in this film, and Michael B. Jordan as a villain, like, that shit was just wild, because he was just like, he just didn't give a fuck. And you saw that shit. He was killing people. Just everything. It's like, even the way when he was in shackles, they brought him in the throne room. He was gangster the whole time. He's like, yeah, I want that fucking crown. What's up? I want the throne. Fuck all this shit. You know who the fuck I am? It's like, yo, he did it, man. He did it. I gotta have a conversation with some people, because some people didn't think he would be a good villain. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. Because from beginning to end, he was a good villain.
I think it was his attitude. His attitude mixed with his actions made him one of the most grimy villains I've ever seen on a Marvel screen. You know, because he was more so like, I'm going to kill you and kill you to get to a certain point to get what I want. To me, he really didn't want anything but revenge.
It's like, and when he said he was going to do something, he did it.
Yeah, he didn't
like
even wait.
Some people come up with a plan and execute it like maybe a few months later. He said
nope.
I want to do this. He does it right now, then and there. When he was about to kill Black Panther, Forrest Whitaker stepped in and was like, no, I'm the reason why your father died. Just take me. Just kill me, not him. He's like, all right, cool. Boop. Killed him just like that. No hesitation. I'm like, oh shit.
When he threw Black Panther off of that waterfall, I was like, you know what? This movie is going to a different level.
I'm like, he was hitting combos on motherfuckers. Like, first he killed Forrest Whitaker. Then he threw Black Panther off the damn fucking... I'm like, yo, he's doing everything. And then when he came up with the plan, like, we're going to send the technology to the rest of the world. Execution just like that. There. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know how in a movie where a guy is about to kill somebody and he says, look, I'm about to kill you.
But first, let me tell you the speech.
Exactly.
In the beginning, like, no, it's not like that. The only
giving that person time to come back and stop him. But no, he was more so like, I'm going to kill you. Like, right
I think the only time he even sort of kind of hesitated was when he was about to kill Black Panther's sister. That's the only time he was about to do it. That's the only time he took a second, because like I guess he wanted them to know, like, yeah, you're losing everything right now. Let's sink in.
Not even that though. The way the movie wrote it, he only hesitated because he underestimated what she could do. He looked at her like, yo, you can't even fight, so I'm gonna take my time.
It was 2-on-1, and he was standing his own ground. It was 2-on-1, and they were fucking him up. But then he came right back, and he was still killing people. I'm like, good lord. Even at the end when Black Panther finally bested him, he was like, all right, that was good. He gave him props, like that was good. That was good. That was a good move.
He said, damn, that was a hell of a move.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't see that coming. All right. And then they at the end when he's like, we can still save you. You think it's gonna go that way? Like, all right, well, yeah, save me. And then, but he's like, nah, fuck that. Cause
I really died before.
He's like, you gonna save my life and then lock me up. I was like, nah, fuck that.
My man said.
He's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm out. Boop, and just pulled the knife. I'm like, I respect it though. I respect it. He didn't go that. Like, it's not like what you would expect, and because usually it's like, all right, well, you know, save my life, and then
let's be best of friends now. No,
either he's cool, he coming to a realization like, you know what, yeah, I did fuck up. We cool now. Like, it ain't like that. It's not like that. It just, he dies. And they do some shit that you don't expect in this movie, like killing Claw. Claw was funny and gangsta at the same time. And then that whole scene when he's like, all right, drop me off in Wakanda. That whole scene right there is crazy because it shows you how badass Michael B. Jordan is because he kills his own girl. He kills his own girl right then and there when Claw tried to take her captive.
Claw was like, you know, he basically was saying, I bet you won't shoot now. He said, nigga, what?
He's like, I don't give a fuck. Boo hoo. Claw was like, oh shit, what the fuck was going on? And then he found out he was from Wakanda. He was like, Claw was like, oh shit, really? For real? That's some bullshit. I didn't even see that coming.
Boop. He was like, the whole time.
Like, god damn it, I fucked up. And it's like, this shit is just incredible, man. And even that whole scene when you think, you know what I mean, Black Panther's dead. Like, I knew, you know he's in Infinity War. So, you know, even if he is dead, he's not gonna stay dead. But he's still during that whole section of the movie, like, I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, everything got real melancholy and somber, and it's like, yo, this shit is just crazy. Like, it felt all different, and that emotional beat that it had, I'm like, yo, this is kind of wild. Like, what is going on right now?
That fight at the end was crazy with the armies and all that. Was just like the dude from the beginning, the guy who I thought would be the asshole throughout the whole movie wasn't. He wound up helping everybody.
And even that turn was crazy because he's the one that like he was the reason why he was still alive because, you know, he kept his body in the snow. And look, this man, I love this movie, man. I loved it from beginning to end, and there's not a damn thing about this movie that I didn't like.
Nothing was wrong with it.
And
yeah, 10 out of 10, dog. This shit is ridiculous.
If I had to nitpick, I couldn't think of a damn thing. Like, I really can't think of a damn thing. Like, Ryan Coogler, you killed it, man. You picked the perfect cast for this. You picked the perfect cast, and they all just went above and beyond and delivered. All of them. All of them. The relationships were believable. The action was crazy. The special effects were top notch. The villain was fucking G'd the fuck up all the way from beginning to end. I loved it, man. I loved it. The music was just incredible. I need the soundtrack because the music was just it was so on point. I'm looking like, yo, this is scary. Like, how is it this on point? Like, what is going on right now? Perfect, yo. Perfect.
I can't find anything wrong with it.
So, of course, if we had to rate this shit, I'm not even gonna do 1 to 5. If I had to rate it 1 to 10, automatic 10.
Automatic 10.
Automatic 10. 10 bandanas, 10 do-rags, 10 Black Panther masks, 10 Wakandans.
10 calls.
10, all of that, yo. 10. I need to meet Ryan Coogler and just shake his hand like, yo, man, how you doing this? How you make these movies just so phenomenal?
My only reason for even dropping them down to a 9 would have been if him and Michael B. Jordan would have been like all friendly at the end. Like, no! They bypassed that shit. Michael B. Jordan said, no, I'd rather just die.
Man, they even like when they were showing like the throwbacks, and even, you know, at the end when they went to the spot where dude died, I kind of got like a little Wire vibe when you know when Michael B. Jordan was in that, like the character he played, like I kind of, you know, got that little vibe a little bit, like, but you know, it was just like a little subtle, but it's just, man, the way they did this, and even like the scene when I forgot what his character's name in this, but Bilbo, when he got shot and they took him to Wakanda, and you know that his whole interaction with seeing it for the first time, experiencing it, that shit was dope. That shit was, and he was funnier than I thought he would be in this movie, because like when they got him in front of OG Triple OG, and dude was like, shut the fuck up, don't even speak, I'm gonna feed you to my kids, and he was just fucking him the whole time. I'm like, all right, that shit was actually, like, that shit was funny.
What was like, I'm just playing. We're
vegans. Like, that shit was just, it was funny, man. But like, the movie was just incredible, man. I gotta see this movie like so many more times, and I gotta grab the Blu-ray when it come out, because this was just an incredible movie, man. Like, shout out to everybody that was on board. Shout out to Marvel for knowing the director to get for this, and it gave it its own identity, gave it its own feel, and I just love this fucking movie. I loved it.
Respect.
Loved it.
Respect to him.
Loved it, man.
Respect to him, man.
Killed it completely. And I can't wait for... We get Infinity War the same year. What is going on? What is happening?
In Deadpool.
What is happening, man? Incredible. it's a great time to be alive. It's a great time to be a fan of comics, entertainment, all of that, because we live in a dream right now.
It's a great time to be able to watch TV. I mean, shit, let's be honest here. Jessica Jones comes out in March.
We are living the dream. We are living the fucking dream. Oh!
Shit. Well,
See
shit.
this thing through? I'm gonna have to get dirty.
Turning you loose. I'll lose.
No rules this time.
I lose.